This is the King Air C90B fuel system test checks before first flight of the day. We start with turning on the battery, which is here behind the yoke, and close the firewall valves. These valves are electrically operated by the battery, so we need battery power for them to work. We turn the battery switch back off. And now we want to make sure that the boost pumps work. We turn each boost pump on. And we hear the sound of the boost pump running. Note that the boost pumps are on the hot battery bus. They are hot wired, which is why they turn on and you can hear them buzzing even when the battery switch is off. So boost pumps are running. You can hear the buzz. We turn the battery on. With this, we gain, of course, all the annunciator warning lights. And we want to make sure that the red low fuel pressure warning lights are on. This indicates that the firewall valves are working. The pumps are pumping, but since the firewall valves are closed and apparently not leaking, we still get a low fuel pressure indication. So the next thing we want to do is we want to close the covers here, thereby opening the firewall shutoff valves, and we shall observe the low fuel pressure warning light going out. So left firewall valve open, low fuel pressure warning went away. Right firewall valve open, right low fuel pressure warning went away. Next, we want to check the crossfeed system. So we move the crossfeed selector to automatic. We turn off one boost pump, and what we want to see is a momentary indication of low fuel pressure, then the auto crossfeed valve opening and restoration of full fuel pressure to both engines. So left boost pump off. We saw a momentary blink of the low fuel pressure indication, and now the crossfeed valve is open. Do the same thing for the right side. Note that in order to close the crossfeed valve, we need to move the selector back to the closed position. That turns off the crossfeed light. Crossfeed back to auto. And now again, boost pump off. Momentary blink of the low fuel pressure light and opening of the crossfeed valve. Okay, both pumps off. Crossfeed back to off. Next, we want to check the fuel transfer system. For that, we first turn on the left transfer pump to auto. We move the test selector to the left side, and we want to see either no light at all or a momentary blink of the left low transfer light. There was the blink. The low left no transfer went on for a second there and turned off again, so that's working. And right transfer pump on, right test. Again, a momentary blink of the no transfer light, and that constitutes a good test of the transfer pumps. So the transfer pumps are now pumping fuel from the wing tank to the nacelle tank. We can check the nacelle fuel quantity here with the quantity selector. Both nacelle tanks have about 400 pounds, which is close to full. Yeah, that is about full. And we currently have a total capacity of about 900 pounds per side. So 400 pounds in the nacelle tank and the remaining 500 pounds then in the wing tank. And the transfer pumps in auto will keep the nacelle tanks full as long as possible. And when the wing tanks are empty, of course, we will again get the no transfer indication. That constitutes the fuel system test before first flight of the day. All checks were satisfactory, and now we could continue with the startup procedure.